Yeah, the specific responsibilities of the local government is to make sure that all its population, its citizens within the districts have access to good drinking water.
The role is to go out to the communities and meet their needs.
So we plan, we budget, and we implement.
Local governments are currently coordinating efforts in all wash-related developments. They are monitoring water services. They are providing regulatory oversights. They are developing and enforcing bylaws to govern wash activities. And they also provide support to end users and service providers.
Local governments in this country are in charge of implementation of rural water supply services. Their role is mainly to undertake construction and also put in place systems that ensure sustainable services.
There are various roles, but one of them is identifying the need in terms of space and time. Where is it that we are going to deliver the services, and when do we do it?
Local governments, they are basically water authorities, and it's from the authorities that we form the boards which we support. So as the local authorities, they appoint water boards, and if they appoint very strong boards, that means we can have very good management systems.
The local governments are actually responsible for the award, selection and award of the service providers. They are responsible for availing the sites and identifying the sites. They are responsible for supervision. They also pay.
The local government or the district assembly supports us through the help of the district water engineer, who provides us with the necessary technical support to maintain the system.
As sub-county hand pump mechanics, we didn't know each other. But now the local government has, through the district water officer, has collected us together, organized trainings. So that's where we came to form an association, Cavalry Hand Pump Mechanics Association, which is called CAHASA. This CAHASA has enabled us to know each other and helped us to exchange ideas of many different water technologies.
One major challenge the local government is facing is funding.
These funds are not regularly coming on time for activities to be implemented.
You can find that in a local government where you have one vehicle for the water office. The vehicle is broken down. The water officer has to travel on a motorcycle.
They also have difficulties by way of inadequate capacity, specifically to monitor water facilities.
The capacity of local governments to handle technical activities is limited because of limited staffing. Secondly, even in procurement, their ability to prepare the documents, tender documents, the ability to evaluate is limited. Their ability to do planning is limited. And then the ability to follow up.
We have some inadequate staff because almost at the district level, we only have 2 water officers. And then at sub-county, these are lower local governments, we have none.
The Ministry of Water and Environment has provided us with policies that we feel are addressing the issues that the rural people face. They also provide us with resource people to train our capacity builders from time to time.
Sometimes funds are released through CWSA to the district to train the teams, the water and sanitation management teams, to manage such facilities.
National government also support the local government by way of providing staff and paying for them, training them. We play a big role in supporting the local authorities by way of unlearning grants to them, by way of technical support, and by way of helping them to monitor services.
National governments basically are mobilizing funds. They also provide some technical backstopping to local authorities. They set standards and guidelines, which normally is harnessed through sector operational documents, and these are the backbone for WOCH activities at the district level.
We get technical support from the central government, and we are working together, sharing information, lessons, best practices.
The Ministry of Water particularly has set up 8 technical units, regional units, in order to take this support nearer to the people, because we couldn't operate from Kampala and cover the whole country. And they help us to support the local governments, but they also monitor the activities to ensure value for money.
Almost all the funds we get in water come from the center, and it helps us because it pays even our salaries.
De l'État, c'est essentiellement en fait un soutien technique parce que nous comptons élaborer le plan communal de développement dans le domaine de l'accès à l'eau potable et à l'assainissement. Et c'est la direction régionale qui nous appuie dans le cadre de l'élaboration de cet outil-là. Parce que sans cet outil-là, c'est comme si on navigue à eux. Voilà.
There are other stakeholders like NGOs who sometimes organize training, workshops. They provide funding, they provide logistics to local authorities and to some extent to some service providers. They also bring about knowledge they've gained from elsewhere in the world to share by way of information, and that goes a long way to supplement what national governments are trying to do.
We acknowledge the role of NGOs. They are basically into capacity building. We have been able to develop asset register, and then asset management issues, maintenance of the system and other things came as a result of the capacity building project.
It is effective to a large extent, and that effectiveness can be seen by the increase in the number of people who have access to safe water in Ghana.
It can be made more effective by the operationalization of our sector documents, and once the districts get to know how to do it and they use it effectively, then we can have this support being very effective on the ground.
C'est des soutiens efficaces, mais je dois reconnaître que c'est insuffisant. Parce que d'abord, l'État doit jouer son rôle régalien, fournir à la population de l'eau potable et avoir accès à l'assainissement. Je pense que c'est le rôle de l'État.
We are grateful to other sister NGOs because they really provide funds. They provide funds, they provide technical support in addition to ours. In several cases, we have gone for joint monitoring of these water sources. So without which, as a local government, we wouldn't be able to be where we are.
There's a need to do more in funding. There's a need for national authorities, other stakeholders who are interested in WASH to provide more knowledge, training. There's the need for even the service providers to take a second look about the management of the service facilities that they are operating and maintaining.
We would request for further support from our partners, especially in the areas of coordination of interventions, to ensure that we are not duplicating interventions in the communities, and ensure that innovations are identified and good practices are also scaled up.
The other stakeholders like NGOs, I didn't mention private sector, we have maybe the communities themselves. They also need to think outside the box to help us come up with innovations.
The sub-county should plan whenever they are making a 3-year development plan, or whenever they are making a budget for the sub-county, water should be really top priority.
The local government service can be improved if they have enough funds, and so they should improve their revenue generation and widen the tax net. They should also go out to collect the tax, not just sitting down in the office for the community members to come and pay tax.
The local government authorities need to improve on the allocation of resources to the wash sector by way of budget, adequate budget, annual budget, to cover their plans for investment, for maintenance, and for monitoring. They also need to hire the right caliber of people who will be able to carry out these activities. They need engineers, they need social workers, they need community development experts at the local level.
It will be very important for local governments themselves and end users to be able to generate funds through what we call their internally generated funds to support investments in the wash sector.
The staffing in the local governments on procurement is very, very limited, and we need to do more on that. The other areas which should be enhanced is from finance, that's in terms of reporting and financial management.
La compétence au niveau des ressources humaines. Nous avons besoin de formation. Voilà. Que ce soit au niveau des conseils municipaux, que ce soit au niveau de nos techniciens, bon, que ce soit au niveau même en fait des premiers responsables. Parce que je crois que pour être efficace, il faut avoir les compétences nécessaires.
Le rôle de la commune, c'est un rôle primordial. Dans tous les cas, c'est l'autorité locale. Et je pense quand même que toute activité dans quelque domaine que ce soit qui doit être menée dans la commune, il faut forcément intégrer en tout cas la commune pour permettre quand même d'obtenir de bons résultats.
I would wish to see is that every actor, every player within the water sector, if he is going to put facilities into the ground, whether by himself or using other players, he should involve the local government. It is only then that we think we can move.
Most of the people discuss whenever in meetings, but they don't really make follow-ups. So I'm emphasizing to the local government, whenever things are discussed and perhaps budgeted, should be really made to be followed up.
The wash service will benefit from a stronger local government by meeting the water demands of the people.